finally made it to the site. It was a nice long drive over that bridge. Took us a while, I think, didn't it?
24-mile long bridge across the Pontchartrain.
That was awesome. Anyway, so this is one of the spots you found, right?
Yes, sir.
Some time ago when you found, tell us what you find here. You found a plate, a pewter plate?
I found a full pewter plate with just a little section chipped out. Lots of pottery, lots of, we found buttons, we found some, my friend Travis found the 1827.
And Travis might be out here after a bit.
Yes, he's coming in a little bit.
This is some of the stuff you guys found in pits?
From a pit right here.
Okay.
That we dug out, we got it marked.
Okay, let's look and see what you got here. That's a nice old glass there, isn't it? Well, hopefully we can maybe find one, a whole one. What is that? A little tiny pot or something, huh?
I believe this is a pot piece. You know, handle, kettle.
All right, cool. You can see there's a couple wells up there we're going to look at in a minute. And I guess it's flat area. You can see that's an old road bed over there, kind of dips down. So there's stuff going on here. Not exactly sure what was going on, but we're going to try to figure it out. There's some old bricks. You can see where the dirt's exposed. Lots of pottery and stuff. Yeah, that's all the pottery. This is awesome, dude. I'm excited. Let's get digging, man. I mean, it's raining. Just started. We just put our machines down. It starts raining. A bunch of brick. So we're gonna go ahead and start right here where we're talking. And let me show you what we're using today. We got the Garrett AT Max, 0 program, nice full batteries. I'm gonna run it on 0 discrimination, at least for a while. Sensitivity all the way up and my headphones on. Now I have my first target already. So got some type of little doodad right there. It's not reading really high, so it's going to be small. I thought we'd go ahead and dig it together. Hope it's not that little white thing. It's just probably foil. Okay, good. All right, first target of the day. Something quite small and not very deep. So it should be easy to get to. Yeah, see it. There we go. Probably going to be in that loose stuff right there. We'll run the machine over it, see what we hear. All right, I think it's right. Can you see it? I think it's right in here. If it isn't, we're gonna have to move you back. I'll get up. There it is. You ready? Is this it? No, that's not it. This is it right here, isn't it? This looks to me like a rimfire cartridge to like a pistol cartridge. No idea how old that is. I mean, that could be Civil War era, but it could be, it could be much more modern. Been stepped on. All right, there we go. First target of the day. I have a little target right here. Sounds pretty good. It's not a coin or anything. I already scraped the leaves back because I wanted to make sure it wasn't something right on the surface. There it is. All right, so I've got a decent sounding thing right here. Could be, what's that it? The thimble. You think it's a thimble? I bet it is. Yep. So we have a thimble. And this is the type of thimble that someone would use when they were sewing. It was on the tip of your finger, and it's got little holes all around, or little dimples for the needle to, I guess so you can push the needle through, or the needle won't go through your finger or something like that. But anyway, that's a thimble. Kind of tells us that this was probably a Homesite. Had a nice little signal here, and I went ahead and dug it because there's a lot of iron in here, and I just I want to dig some holes pretty quick. But you hear it's right in that this little thingy right here, I do believe. And it's sounding pretty good now. It's in here. Yeah, actually sounds really nice, doesn't it? Albert found a, it's right over there, just came over with a piece of lead that looked like it may be a bale seal. Could be a fired or melted bullet, but it really looked like a bale seal. This is, oh, what is it? I can feel this brass. It's a coin. Is it? It's either a coin or a button or something else, like a shotgun shell. Oh no, it's about the size of a shotgun shell, isn't it? Need to rub too much on my pants. We're gonna have to do that. Okay, I thought it was a shotgun shell, but it isn't. It's got little ears on the end here. That could be some type of part of a lock or some type of thing of McDoodle like that. I'll get that cleaned up and get you a good picture, but yeah, that's definitely a nice old piece right there. So I had a signal here, and I just kind of kicked the leaves so I could, set it up for you to see it. But when I kicked the leaves, it went over to here. And I can see, I thought that was it right there. I saw that green, I thought it was like a button or something. Anyways, there, that's probably it right there. That's a shotgun shell. Probably what was in the leaves. Oh well, sorry about that, dudes. Albert just dug this, and it's like a tiny little hoe. And that's where the handle would go. And of course, the rest of it's gone, but that would have been a really lightweight, small one, probably for some little poor little kid out there holding the field.
Age, you think, Bo? What do you think age?
Oh, this? Easily Civil War before, probably before, but I mean, a lot of it's rotted away, but just the lightweight and how small it is, that tells me it was probably for either really, really old person or really, really young person.
Like,
yes, hand forged. I've never seen one that small. Kind of almost makes you sad. All right, we're doing good. So we got a nice big iron signal here, so I wanted to dig it up and see what it was. And it could be quite interesting. Not sure, but look at this. It's either a big piece of pipe or an artillery shell. It's an artillery piece of pipe. I can tell by the base that it's but it's the right shape for an artillery shell. Let's go ahead and dig it up together. I could tell it was big. I tell you, it's the right shape and size for an artillery shell. Is it? Wow, what is that thing? I can honestly say I have no idea. Looks like a giant foot to something. Okay, that's a flange maybe? So the hole goes all the way through apparently. It looks like a little bit of a flange, but I have no idea what that would be. Kind of goes through at an angle. No, it doesn't, straight that way. But it's there and up higher here. Huh, that's really cool. Kind of had me scared there for a minute. I don't have any idea what this might be. If any of you guys have seen something like that, let me know, because that totally has me stumped. It looks almost like an elephant foot, but it wouldn't go all the way through, for design. So the rain's starting to pick up a little bit, and if it starts raining a little bit harder than this, I'm going to have to go because my stuff is not waterproof, the camera stuff that I brought with me today. I decided what I would do is dig on the side of one of the pits that they had dug earlier, the one where they had found that stuff. And this was their edge of the pit that they dug, so I just wanted to see if it kept going this way and what kind of stuff we might be able to find. And there's lots of large iron spikes. You can see there's a lot of iron staining right here. So some decomposed iron of some sort. Not getting a lot of good squeakers out of the mud. I was gonna say dirt, but mud. But just this kind of irony stuff. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dig this just a little bit more today. That's gonna fill in with water. And just to kind of get an idea if we want to maybe dig here again tomorrow. And then I'm gonna walk around a little bit more. Just get a feel for the site. I think this was a big, plantation site, and the plantation house stood like right here, going back behind me, because that's just the concentration of iron and pottery and stuff. The further out you go, like if you get up to where it starts to get like dark undergrowth up there, there's not much iron. So it's just kind of concentrated in this area right here. So this is where we're going to spend the rest of the day, hopefully digging stuff better than or more interesting than spikes. I'll let you know how we do. Just going to set you up on the edge for a minute. I started digging already, but there's some really good looking soil here. And this is a ginger beer bottle. Actually, it's broken, but we could find some whole ones in here because they did find apparently some whole whiskey glass or something. Some bricks. It's another old bottle of some sort. Looks like it's pretty ancient to me. Lots of pottery, kind of going this way. Some brick and some roots. So, let's watch here for a second. This stuff is really sticky. That's that staining we saw down lower. We'll get that out of there in a minute. Whoops, sorry. I just want to see what other kind of stuff is easily visible here. Hey, what's that? That looks suspiciously like a top to a Pepsi bottle. I hope it isn't. It could be. It's heavy. It's blue. I don't know if that's a good sign or not. It's hard. Wow, look at that. That's is that a fleur-de-lis? So we have some type of back here. Weird material. I'm not sure what it is. There's a flower design. Not a fleur-de-lis, but it is a flower design thing. Yeah, I think this is going to be worth digging. What do you think? I'll poke around just a little bit more, but not too much more. All right, we'll dig a little bit more together, just a little bit. Cut this back some. I'll bring a bigger shovel tomorrow. Make it a little easier for us. It's hard to dig a lot of dirt, move a lot of dirt with this thing. Dig a deep hole fast, but that's about it. See, that's iron in there, so I'm not sure what that could have been, like a can or some tin or something. We'll find out when we get it up there. Jeez, that's nasty. And one coming off the shovel. Let's lead back this way again. Eat that root maybe. Soft right there, so that's probably where Travis had dug before. Probably getting back into that pit of his. All right, it's iron. I'm not gonna dig too much more right now, but we'll come back tomorrow. I think this is gonna be worth digging, man. Yeah, awesome. Run a metal detector over, see what we hear. Tons of iron. Not hearing any squeakers here. Let's get that blue thing out and see if it's what kind of metal that's made out of. Hopefully it's made out of metal. Oh, it's not even metal. Wonder what that is. That's not metal. It barely even squeaks. So Albert cleaned it off for us. Wow, look at that. It's not metal. Huh. So it's that's some type of little brooch or something, I bet, huh?
Yeah.
I don't think it's plastic.
I don't think it is. You can see the blue paint chipping.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking what you're thinking. It's ceramic or some sort of...
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yes.
Huh.
Little strip of copper, but you can definitely see where it attached or it swiveled there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we should dig a hole out here. Maybe tomorrow or someone dries out a little, if it dries out. Okay, I can get a bigger shovel anyway.
I'm gonna look at my radar and see.
Be here. I don't care if it's raining or shining or blowing or snowing.
Maybe bring the probe and see.
Oh, yeah, bring the probe. That's why I need you along. I think I see a gun. Looky. Oh. Ah, it's plastic. I guess that's probably a BB gun. Yeah, it's a Daisy BB gun, all broken up. I guess the kid almost shot his eye out, so they broke it up. Oh well. Got a nice little signal here, and I dug it. And I think it's a button. If this is it. And that could be a military button. Oh, looky. Well, actually, it might be a flying fox or a dog. No, it's probably a military button, isn't it? Oh, yeah, it is. Look, it's an eagle. That's an eagle button, but it's an early eagle button. It's like War of 1812 era, I think. It's starting to crumble on the top, though, so it won't be around much longer. You can see the eagle, and it's like a shield in front. Man, I almost hate to do anything to it, but very fragile. I'm gonna clean it on my pants just a little bit so we can see it before it completely disappears. All right, let's see what we got now. Yep, that's what it is. You can see it's an eagle and it's got a shield. And the way it's facing, I can tell you that's like War of 1812 era. 1812, 1820. It'll do us some good, I think, to dig another pit right here tomorrow. Hope there's a whole bucket full of them down there. We'll find out tomorrow. I'm getting a lot of signals in this area right here. And getting a lot of strips of this, which I think is like a pewter top to like a dry sink or something like that. But there's also little strips of copper in here. And nothing good, but just a lot of these types of things. I've already put a bunch of them in the bag. Let you listen. I don't know if I should keep digging or like some more. That's where I got that copper strip out of there. You can, something small right there I dug up. I don't know. What do you think? Think we should keep digging this stuff? I thought I could see it, but I don't see it right there. Yeah, all right. Let's dig that up together. And you know what I'll do is I probably won't dig any more of these today. But I'll listen around to see if there's any signals that are slightly different. That might be buttons, or really different. That might be coins. because people probably avoided this area. Oh, I did find a bunch of pieces of what looked like a washboard that are pewter. Okay, so we got out of the hole right here. I suspect there's going to be strips of stuff again. I got it. Okay, it's in the leaves there. All right, probably this thing right here. All right, so what is it? If it's really good, we'll keep digging. If it's not like really good, we'll just move on. That looks like a piece of a harmonica, doesn't it? Some type of reed, maybe. So I have a nice high squeaker here. Actually have it out of the hole. I haven't looked at it yet. It's still in a clump of mud. See, the sun's about there, so I figure at least a half hour before we have to really start boogieing. Anyway, in this clod of gumbo, we have a pretty decent little squeaker. So I'm hoping it's not a shotgun shell, which I've dug a million of. Not in there. Oh no. That looks like a rosette. That could possibly be a rosette that would go on a horse's bridle. I'm thinking that's what it is. It might even have a design on it. Should be lead or lead filled. Is it? No, it isn't. I have no idea what it is though. It's a big old chunk of lead. Kind of like a little pyramid shape, but it looks almost like it has a design in it. There's no way we're going to be able to figure that out until we get some water though. I cannot wash that off. Tell you what, I'm going to put that in a bag, and next time we come to a mud puddle, oh, here's one over here. Let's go do it. Well, let's just wash it off. Man, I thought that was a rosette for sure, but get washed off here a little bit and give it a bath. All right, anything? Let me work on it. Hold on. Blowing on it, it kind of clears out some of the water. I can't really make out a design. I can see some like concentric circles going around the outside, but I don't know what that is. It might be just lead that was melted into some type of little container. We're gonna look around real close though. It's really more pewtery than lead. I wouldn't be surprised if that actually turns out to be some type of design. Race car. Idiots. Okay, let's dig around this spot a little bit. I just dug this little fired around ball. I imagine this was a small caliber musket ball that was fired and hit a tree pretty close to the muzzle to flatten it out like that. Not an ounce, kind of a small one. Good size. That's really deep. It's probably iron. I had kind of a wispy one over here too that was deep. So I'm gonna dig up some of these big pieces just to see what was going on. Why is this stuff so deep here? This big iron. Might be something buried here, like a treasure chest. I haven't figured it out yet. Probably a hoe or something. Let's see. All right, let's see what it is. Hopefully I can get. Yeah, it feels like a hoe. All right, well, it's a piece of iron, probably part of like a cooking pot, the edge of a cooking pot. You see, it's not. See, it's got that curvature to it. I'm going to listen to it with a metal detector just to make sure it wasn't full of gold coins, but I doubt it was. So I had a little squeaker right here, and I dug it up, and it's a little tiny button. It's a little two-piece button. You can see it's got a design on it, but I can't really make it out. I don't know if it's a flower design or a. It's got like 4 of something, I think. But yeah, so I'm just kind of looking around. You can see there's a bunch of bricks. I'm still up where the home site was. Lots of mounds, and I'm convinced now that those mounds are a result of where someone came in here with a piece of equipment, like a bobcat or something, and pushed it around, probably to metal detect it, maybe 10 years ago. There's not enough of this brassy stuff in here with all the iron that I'm seeing and all the pottery. There should be more buttons and coins and spoons and stuff like that. You know, we're just finding the little things. But we're going to come back tomorrow and we're going to work on some pits. We're going to dig some pits around here. See if we can get some of that deep stuff, and maybe just really buckle down and concentrate in this iron, and see if we can pull out some of these little buttons and stuff. I've been just kind of wandering around in the woods since Albert left. Probably do that for another half hour and then head out. If I don't see you again, thanks for joining me. Tomorrow's gonna be a good day here, I can promise you that.
She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity. Mother Earth, she's got her secrets she's promised to keep, hidden in her dirt or deep in her creek. Mother Earth, she ain't saying exactly what she's saving, where it is or what it might be. Mother Earth, you are my lady, my big round baby. I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She don't care if you're dying or if you're living or somewhere in between. Mother Earth, you are my lady, my big round baby, and I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She'll shake the coins from your pocket.